Good morning to all, and I hope you had a good weekend, a relaxed weekend. So today, let's look at what is the market is heading at. Dow Jones, if you see, reacted on the unemployment news, not very majorly, but then has still not shown any positive movements. There was a triangle formed, and then it gave a small breakout, and trying to test the 30 to 800 levels. And let's see today what how the market would be. What we can see is it is slightly range boundish and waiting for some positive news after the banks. Uh, so Indian markets, if you see, showed some positive signs at the last half an hour. In fact, we had shared uh, on Friday. I think we shared. We mentioned that 16,920 levels can be tested. Initially we said it could test about so we told our right to buy right calls, and we also took HDFC put at one point. Nifty we expected 16,970 to be tested, and accordingly the market has moved. uh, Also would like to say that we are now a couple of months back, maybe in December, we or earlier we had mentioned to add gold bees, and this has given considerably very good returns till date, and we want to do the SIP, still further on. So if you want these type of views, please do join our Telegram channel. You can join our paid services at some nominal fee. According to the requirements, we would be charging you. Crude, we are expecting 62 levels to be tested. We had, uh, however, it is seems to be consolidating. Or, but this is target 61.5 is what I'm expecting to be tested. Dollar, we are hoping that it continues to move down after this formation, and we can possibly look at 102 levels to be. So if you're holding dollar, you could look at hedging it with shorting USD INR. Uh, Today, what we can see is Nifty, if it sustains above 17 to 30, uh, then we can possibly look at 17,300 levels also. However, if it tends to remain below 1750 or 68 levels, then we may see it going back towards 16,960 levels, or even 16,800, 16,840 levels or so. Bank Nifty is also, we can see there is a kind of a W pattern. I mean, not exactly a W pattern, but then um, so this positive signs of moving up. Uh, it has taken a nice support here and going very strongly. And we are expecting this to continue. If it sustains about 39,800 levels, then we could possibly see uh, 40,400 also. For me, for overall, I have a bullish view on index. Mostly, even if it dips, we can expect move towards the higher sides. Uh, when I mentioned dip, it may dip up to 17,060 and then retrace back towards the 17,300 levels or so. SGX right now is definitely showing negative, but then I would not get biased. My view is clear. But however, it depends on again the pattern if it forms, the way it forms. If it is moves like this and forms a kind of a and breaks out this level, then looking to short. So let us see how market is going to react. Let's also look at some of the stocks today, like TCS, Infosys, and others. Meanwhile, the stock pick for today is Reliance. I'm expecting if 2200 moves above 56.8, then we can look at higher sides. And Titan also, if it moves above 2460, if it moves above 58, then we can look at the higher side. BPCL may retest. Uh, I think there's a possibility that it may retest 344 and then start moving up, or it may just move here like this and start moving up again. McDowell is the next topic. We are looking at 770 call. If it moves above 18.5, then we can look at higher prices. Bajaj Finance also may retrace back. It has definitely fallen down considerably. Uh, Depending on how it moves, then we may even look at shorting, but then the risk to reward is definitely very low. Um, SBI is also consolidating, but showing some more signs of moving upwards. My targets would SBI would be 1100. If it moves sustains above this, then 1120 could be tested. And we also looking at Wipro. We are looking at Cholamandalam Investment. Cholamandalam Investments has uh, started moving positively on and looks to move above 764 for targets of 790 plus. Epka Labs is slightly weak. Any opportunity I would look to short. If and Apollo Tires also would be looking to short any opportunities. ICICI Bank, we have picked 840 call. If this moves above 14, then we're looking at higher prices. State Bank of India has been very positive. One can look to again add this. This may test levels of 500 and then again start moving up, or it may from here start moving upwards. We would watch and see if the pattern it forms. But tendency it may test up to 560 levels also again. Tata Motors we had picked has not sustained so far. Maruti also still looks pretty weak. Though we thought of entering the call, it did not give any positive signs. Tata Power is stuck in this, is right now very range bound and stuck in this range. Once it may after some time tend to uh, test 190 or 200 levels and then start test 230 and 270 also. But that's a very long-term perspective. TCS still is looking weak. Uh, if it does not sustain or this week if it does not sustain about 3250 levels, then it is still expected to move towards 3000 or 2950 levels also, or 2992 levels also. Infosys also looks still pretty weak. Some uh, attempts to break of 1475 can be seen, but then uh, it has still needs to move down. So this is our view for the day and coming days. Um, I hope you do not. SGX is down, doesn't matter, sir. I already shared my view. I have shared my levels. I'm slightly bullish. Depending on the levels, we would look to trade. And Nifty Nifty IT still looks very weak. It may test back towards 27562 levels in couple of weeks also. So still to I'm not looking to add. Maybe after some time you can look at adding Nifty ITBs. PSUBs look public sector Bs, which is a ETF fund. You could start adding it for a long-term perspective. Um, Fundamentally, it is very, I wouldn't say fundamentally it's very strong, but it has a good support from the banks and economically. So every dip up to 35 can be added, and you can do a SIP or targets of 60 or more. So thanks all for joining in. I hope do not have any queries.